Wait! Stop! Before you get mad at me from the title of this video and the thumbnail, and before you start typing on that keyboard, let me just say this. I love Ayato, okay? This man is beautiful and I love him, and I love almost everything about him. But what I'm talking about here is an honest review of the story quest for Ayato. Before you paint me as having the same opinion as like a Tectone or someone, which all respect to him and his own opinions, he can have those. This is a very differing opinion. I'm someone who actually enjoys visual novels. I read them in my own time, so on and so forth. So having a lot of dialogue in a story quest is actually pretty fun for me. I love when the characters get to voice out their stories, we get to learn more about them, their interactions with others, even NPCs. I loved that they brought back NPCs from earlier on in Inazuma and the Archon quest, and we got to revisit their stories and fall in love with them even more. I liked all those aspects. Now you may be wondering, where is this but factor coming in? And this is it. The ending sucked. This might break your heart. This might tear our love apart, but I need to tell you why. And I'm not the kind of person just to harp on a negative, so I'm going to tell you how I would have fixed it. The thing about Ayato, his story quest isn't meant to be this all-out brawl or epic battle or anything. It's meant to feel like a Kokomi one, where Kokomi's character story was all about what she goes through, the emotional level, what goes on behind the scenes, from a person with massive influential power over others. And I loved that. I loved the way they put Kokomi in this position where they showed her being this all-powerful force with beautiful like logic and reasoning, but on top of that, being a real person who suffers from burnout. Ayato, they try to go for a similar notion. He is extremely influential, cares about others, and we also get the part where we learn about the hardships he goes through emotionally from his parents both dying to who he is today. But there's the issue. He tells us the most important information near the end, and that is how he became the man he is today. His parents passing away, him having to take care of Ayaka, and the power that he had to restore within his family, which his father already started to leave a legacy behind for. These are incredible feats, and I loved the way that they expressed them through him reminiscing. He spent the entire character story reminiscing, talking about previous stories he's been told, previous lessons he's been taught, and applying them to his current situation. Beautiful! I love the way he handled situations too. These were great ideals. But the ending is where they lost me. It went from being a fantastic story quest to one of my lowest rated story quests for sure. And I'm not asking for an elaborate cutscene. I'm asking for impact. Genshin impact. No, but for real though, I'm asking for impact. So, for example, imagine, just take a moment to think about it. If they had the final scene where he says his monologue, and you start to feel emotional to the point where I got upset. I started like almost crying. Like if not, I was crying. I can't really remember now. I was just broken over how heartbreaking his story is. Could you imagine if they cut the same way they did with Arataki Ito? I'm not asking for a full animation. Remember how the final part of his story quest, they showed him in like a slightly animated still, where he's just smiling, and it like warms your heart. Imagine if we had that with Ayato, but it's a black silhouette. And you hear a voiceover of his father saying some sort of quote that's just like about like the family must come above all and we must protect the family, right? Because he's trying to restore honor to the clan. And then it cuts to Ayato sitting at his desk, leaning back in like from a stack of papers, and just saying, all of Inazuma is my family. Because he talks about that. He talks about how he cares about all the people of Inazuma and the Inazuma's well-being. As like it's so essential to his character, and also his caring for his family. Like it would have been such a perfect ending to have it resonate on that note, rather than it being like, oh Tomo, let's go finish our chess game. Like let's go finish our board game. It felt like it wasn't concluded in that emotional punch that I was looking for. Because he's such a strong, brilliant man. You could make the argument, well, it's just a day in the life of Ayato. So he goes back to his regular tasks, such as playing chess. But in reality, this was not a regular day. The reason being is that even he himself goes, I don't normally go out and do these tasks. But in this circumstance, due to the Tri-Commission, I'm willing to do so. Normally, Ayaka handles things similar to this. Like, he does not normally go out in a situation like this. thus it being a unique moment. So acting like it's a fleeting moment would seem bizarre, though he resolved it in such an eloquent way and in such a civil way and strategic. So I'm saying is, overall, amazing. But my god, did that ending miss a mark? And that felt like such an injustice to his character. Kokomi's was solid, even though her cutscene had no action. It was a tense meeting between her and Kujo-Sara, and it still felt incredible. And I'm not even saying to animate a full cutscene for the ending of it, because you had the cutscene at the beginning. I'm just saying the one still that Arataki Ito had. That's all we need. Something to give us a little bit of punch at the end. And I would have given this definitely a higher rating. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope to catch you guys in my next video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. See ya!